Supermoon.
Hello everyone from Supermoon Camp, and today we're having interview sessions from Miami, and we're starting from our amazing house in Wynwood. And today I wanted to talk to Rob and learn about his cool AR project.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's it's really nice to be here. I feel like the whole crew at Supermoon Camp, not Superman Camp. But it's been really great and lovely to hang out with y'all over this Basel.
Rob, and maybe you can share a little bit more about your career highlights with our audience, so they can also learn what you've been doing in the space.
Sure. So I'm coming at it from the immersive technology standpoint. I used to be a consultant for Facebook as they're launching their AR program, and seeing kind of under the hood of what they're building. I want to be able to do something similar but completely different, where we're looking at content delivery but in a completely decentralized way and not depending upon ad revenue to be able to support the business model. And that's where like NFTs and the whole DeFi universe really comes into play for our business.
And how did you come up with the idea?
Yeah, it was a little bit of serendipity. My business partner was one of the first creative partners at Snapchat, and
Snapchat.
Yeah. It was probably the most LA story, but was having a really bad day, and I paddled out to go surfing, and I ran into my now business partner, and we were talking about just different business models, and he was the only person that was out there, and he's like, it'd be really interesting is to be able to support creators through the blockchain, especially AR creators, because before that it was only advertising deals that paid them. So we're like, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. Let's invest in it. So we brought on a blockchain developer, and we started building out our NFT platform that corresponds to augmented reality graphics.
That's really amazing story. And I wanted also to ask, if you already have an app launched, or people can maybe try it out.
Yeah. So, for Basel, we had a really great partnership with Whale Sharks Vault and Searchlight and Mint Gold Dust. And so, I think there's over 600 art pieces in Miami right now where people can go and discover them. And to discover them, there's a discovery application that we're just starting to kind of launch and get some good user feedback, very early days. A lot of big plans for it, but it's ar.illust.space. And if you go to that discovery application, you can be able to go around the neighborhoods and find NFT artwork.
That's really cool. And do you have some maps that people can follow?
Yeah. So there's a whole map interface, and then we have with our partners, we're pushing out different art walks and the exhibitions you can go and follow.
That's really cool. And the question is guys, how do you see yourself in 1 year and 5 years?
Yeah, it's so funny. I feel like 1 year is pretty clear, and I feel like 5 years is pretty clear, but the in between is completely not clear. So 1 year from now, I really see our whole application being about engagement and being able to connect the patrons of the artworks with the artists that are publishing into the augmented reality layer. And so it's going to be about being able to foster that relationship, loop them into their community, the whole 9 yards. 5 years from now, it's really interesting. I feel like there's going to be a big, if augmented reality can really be a utility for people, then I do see there being a use case for wearables. I'm very pessimistic when it comes to wearables. I was the last person to get an Apple Watch. As long as that balance between fashion and function is able to kind of work, people will eventually get into wearables. But I actually think with augmented reality, where it's going, there's so much opportunity for people to be able to use these glasses as a utility. Whether it be, the amount of processing power to be able to potentially have computer vision at your fingertips to be able to scan a car to get us Kelly Blue Book value if you want to purchase it, and have that sync with your Web3 wallet. There's so many different use cases for the technology that I think, I see 5 years from now, wearables are definitely going to make an impact.
No, this really sounds great. And from a creative perspective, can they just go and start creating through your app, or do they need to go through some onboarding process?
Yeah. So for right now, everything's again super super private. We're just really getting a lot of good user feedback from our clients and from artists that are using the platform. But yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of like publishing tools. We have a whole studio suite to be able to kind of render your own scene in the world. So we allow people to basically create experiences like for themselves to allow other people to go and experience with them. So yeah, the creator tools is really going to be a big push for 2022. And yeah, so basically Q1 we'll have some cool things coming out.
And how will you deal like with the situation if creators are just like publishing like some weird stuff like on a platform?
Yeah, we're taking that as that comes. At least for right now, a lot of the stuff like artwork is very much is an open space. But I think the way that we're going to approach this is we're going to really try and make this a community-based effort. So as artworks are published into community-based maps, neighborhoods, those that are closest to that would be the ones that are actually the one basically being the eye that could potentially, flag something or approve something, or, basically we don't want to centralize that. Like that, we've seen what happens with Facebook, and when you have content that's being centralized through, a single algorithm. But basically, what we want to do is give that back to the community where they can be able to decide for themselves what they want in their communities.
That's amazing. That's the power of communities, right? We don't want like a corporation to decide on our behalf.
Yeah, we don't need a Supreme Court, like Facebook's Supreme Court, to be able to, define what works on the platform. It should be up to the people who are participating in it.
I love it, absolutely. And just like a couple of last questions, what are the core challenges that you face with while like onboarding users or creators?
Yeah, I think there's so much we can do that is just keeping focused. Like there's so many different aspects to this, and like the rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper, that we just want to make sure that we're delivering a really quality experience at every turn and not trying to like do too many things at once.
And maybe like a piece of advice for people who are just joining the space and are not familiar with AR technology, how they can like start learning.
Yeah, I think, let's see. I mean, we have so many great tools at our disposal. I feel like a good place to go is Unity. Unity has so many resources. Granted, like we're not using Unity as our builder, but I feel like at least when I got into immersive technologies, I was just taking in as much information from what they're putting out as possible, and just seeing like all the possibilities with this tech. It really kind of opened my eyes. So I feel like, yeah, kind of following along that way, and then the traditional publication.
Amazing. Thank you, Rob, so much for your time today.
Yeah, of course.
And enjoy the rest of your time in Miami.
Yeah, we'll do. It's an awesome city.